Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing advice on your current situation. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 4 piles together. There's pile 1, I feel like this is 2 as well, 3 and 4. Let's see what we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, we have removal of obstacles. For pile number 2, we have tree of life and wisdom. For pile number 3, we have being of service. And for pile number 4, we have restraint or end of conflict. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. For pile number 1, we have the red Jasper. And this is, let me adjust that so you can see it. There we go. This is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the green Aventurine. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the yellow Aventurine, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 4, we have the Lapis Lazuli, and this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. And as I always say, if you feel drawn to more than one pile or perhaps all of the piles, trust your intuition. It is your magic that always leads you to the right readings. So whether you're just drawn to one and you know that's it, whether you're drawn to several or perhaps even the 4, trust your intuition, let it guide you and lead the way freely. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card preparation process. It is so lovely to have you guys here as we prepare for your piles. And as you know, today we're taking a look at advice on your current situation. And to do this reading, these are the decks that we will be using. Let me introduce them to you. On the left are the Oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for today's reading. All right, so let's head straight to it and start preparing and set the intention for today's preparation and reading. So we kindly want to know, please, what is their advice on their current situation, please? Thank you. What is their advice on their current situation? Okay. Right. So we're going to be taking 2 cards from each of the tarot decks for every pile. So our 4 piles for today's reading are now ready. Let's put them together neatly for your reading. Here we go. Pile number 1. There we go. With the red Jasper, pile number 2. Is ready. With the green Aventurine. There we go. Pile number 3. Is ready. With the yellow Aventurine. And pile number 4. is now ready with the Lapis Lazuli. There we go. Your 4 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Love you guys very much. Love your energies. Very blessed to have a beautiful soul family like you around. And thank you for spending this pile preparation process with me. I feel your energies and I enjoy it very much with you guys. Love you guys, and let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the red Jasper as well as Shitwi, the 37th ancient Egyptian. It's not Deacon. I understood it was Deccan. The 37th ancient Egyptian Deccan. Very interesting Deccan. We'll explore him in a second. But let's now take a look at your cards, and we'll be starting off with your oracle cards to find out what your advice on your current situation is. So, interesting. You have stop. There's some sort of correction here. Yes, correction, because actually the 37th ancient Egyptian Deccan is a correction to the calendar from the ancient Egyptian 360 days calendar to the 365-day solar calendar. It's kind of like epagomenal days. Yeah, they're epagomenal days. So there is an adjustment to something. Straight away I can see that you're invited to adjust something. Interesting. You have official person, which kind of gives me the idea of being professional about something or taking responsibility. Also could be fighting a war, but not a war with someone. It's more a war against maybe how you feel, or going against the grain or something. Let's find out. There's certainly a lot of reds in your reading, grabbing your attention towards something. You have resourcefulness with the sun in Cancer. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So these 2 cards are the before tarot. They depict scenes right before the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. Let's see what we have. So you have the 6 of Swords just about to step into the boat and get to the other side. You have Judgment, again, about to rise. All right, that's better. Careful with the new YouTube rules. All right, so we have Judgment. You also have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. You have the 7 of Pentacles. Very potent message coming next to each other with the Knight of Pentacles as well as the 7 of Pentacles. You have the Judgment card again. Interesting. Looks like this figure is in a labyrinth but can see up ahead. The thing with the labyrinth, when you're inside, you can't see, you don't have a view from up top to see what's going on, but I kind of feel like you do here in this situation. Let's get more into it. So the Judgment card. You have the Emperor. And you see this Emperor is in place. My goodness. You have, I see what's going on. You have the Death card. Interesting. And you have the 7 of Wands when Alice grew out of the house she was in, the rabbit house she was in. So where do I begin? I really see that you have been quite stagnant, especially with the Death card here. Things have been very stagnant in your life, maybe in the last period of your life. This could be days to weeks to months, I'm not sure. But you're certainly going through something that's not easy, something that requires a lot of patience, maybe something that requires a lot of effort, or maybe you haven't put in that effort yet, but it requires it. So I've kind of sensed from this feeling that you, with the Judgment card coming up twice, it's like we see a lot of dead people about to rise, showing that maybe you felt powerless or helpless, especially that we have the Death card here. There was absolutely no movement going on. In fact, that's exactly what we see with the Emperor card, rocking back and forth in their place. I feel like your situation is really asking you to stop your way and not feel as helpless with regards to something that you feel like you're running out of time, since you have Shetwi here, the 37th ancient Egyptian decan. You know, like I told you, during that time, this is an epigomenal days, where we go from a calendar of 360 to 365 days, but it's a very, very important time. During this half ancient Egypt, you know, the ancient Egyptian week is 10 days. This is 5 days, half an ancient Egyptian days. It's very important. During that time, they celebrate birthdays for major ancient Egyptian gods like Osiris, Horus, Set, Isis, Nephthys, each one on a single day. So it's a very important day. 5 days of the ancient Egyptian calendar. See, Shetwi means multiple tortoises. That's why the hieroglyphic for Shetwi are multiple tortoises here. This gives me the impression that things have been going very slow. It's almost feels like slow death here. You know what this is reminding me of? Like, for example, if you're working on a project or you have exams and you've had like 3 months to finish this project or study for this exam, right? And you have felt like it was such a big project, it was heavy on your heart, that it made it difficult for you to create that movement. And so maybe you've done some work here and there just to keep it going. But as we see with the Emperor here, you haven't been moving. It's like you were finishing what is urgent. You were finishing what was urgent, but really not doing anything about taking major steps towards getting this project over with, or getting this exam over with. And you've been carrying it, and it's heavy on your heart. My dear pile number 1. See, with this Judgment card here, again, so Judgment coming up twice is certainly an advice of getting up and stopping these ways or changing ways. Here, I see you in a very good position, actually, because in this specific labyrinth, we can see that you can see ahead. You can see the whole labyrinth. It's like you have an advantage. You have a great advantage. Although you have some days left, it seems, to finish that project or to get over this exam or whatever the situation is, you are at a great advantage for one reason or the other. Maybe you're a very smart person or very skilled person. Maybe you've already done something important that will be the reason you're able to finish this quickly. For one reason or the other, I see that you are in a great position. You can see ahead. You have this kind of idea in your head on how to take yourself out of the situation. It's actually all in your hands and not out of your hands. Also, with the Queen of Hearts going off with their heads. You're really scared, pile number 1. You feel like you're about to maybe ruin this for yourself. If your exam is in a couple of days or the deadline is in a couple of days, you're really scared. You kind of feel like you're in a critical situation at the moment that could end something. Meaning it could maybe ruin the project, or maybe you feel like you may not pass this exam or this subject, something of the sort. There is great risk here, and you're very worried about this great risk. You don't want to lose what you have. And so here, seeing that you are in this great position, I clearly see that your advice is to take things slow and make use of the last couple of days left, because you will find miraculously that here it's 5 days, whatever time you have left, whether they're a couple of days or weeks or months, they will be all what you need, if not more, giving you the capability of finishing off in this little time what you weren't able to finish in the days or weeks or months before. You will have that power because you are in a unique position. So the advice here with the Seven of Wands is, being in a challenging situation, but we always see the figure on the Seven of Wands on a higher plateau, showing that even though they're faced with a lot of challenges, they are in a very good place to manage these challenges. And here in this Alice in Wonderland Seven of Wands, this is when Alice found out about the potion. She drank it and then she got bigger. So now she found something that is capable of making her understand that she's in control. The situation could be bad, but if she makes herself smaller, she can get out of a small house. If she makes herself bigger, she can get herself fit for a big house, and you know what I mean. So this shows me that the solution or the key is in your hands. The key to doing these tasks or this project that you have in this little time frame is totally in your hands. The situation might look big, but your blessings or your skills or the situation that you're in also gives you the advantage of dealing with it despite the urgency and time that you may be in. My dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I'm seeing here in your reading. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, this is a clear message of taking it little by little. See what you like. Take a look at the overall picture, divide them maybe on the number of days left, and do nothing but finish what you promised yourself during these last days or last week. And focus on that day. Make sure you, and that's why you have the official person. Make sure you act responsibly when you give yourself these promises. If you say, I'm going to do these 3 things every single day, these 3 chapters or these 3 parts of the research, whatever it is, go right ahead and do not do anything in your day before you are done with these tasks, because it's a critical situation. But overall, take it slow on yourself, and do know that your spirit guides are saying you are absolutely in control of the situation. Talk yourself out of feeling like it's bigger than you, because it's really not bigger than you. You are bigger than the situation, as you can see here. You totally are, and you will be able to overcome it despite the fact that it looks difficult on the outside. In fact, Shitwi is known to make a path where none was existent before. So even though it looks like there's no hope, during these days or weeks or whatever time you have left, you will be able to create a path that did not exist before, or an opportunity for yourself to finish that may have looked like it didn't exist before. Like, for example, if you're a student and you talk to someone else who has been studying for a long time and found out that you didn't do anything up until this point, they may go, oh my God, you don't know how bad this is. I don't know how you're going to get yourself out of this. This doesn't look good. And then they watch you in the 5 days actually finishing it, and they're mind blown. And the reason for that, it seems, is because you may be way skilled. You may have, the advantage could be you may have a great understanding, for example, of how these math equations work in your subject, giving you a great advantage of moving quickly than what they had to do in the last couple of months. Or maybe if this is a project and maybe your manager found out that you only have a couple of days left, let's say 5 or 7 with a week or half a week, whatever it is left, and they go, oh my God, I don't know if you can do this in these last couple of days, and they watch you do it. And that's because you could have a lot of skills. Maybe you're great at technology, maybe you're good at design, maybe you're great at research, something or the other that allows you to finish whatever you have quicker than what you would have done in the past or what other people are doing. Do know that your reading is saying you're definitely at a great advantage for one reason or the other. You will be able to change this. You will be able to finish what you have and take yourself out of the risk. But your reading is saying be fully responsible to the word that you give to yourself, and take it slowly, little by little. If you decide to do certain things every day, just focus on these certain things. Forget about everything else and make sure that you don't end the day without finishing these. And little by little, you'll see that you're finishing this in a much easier way than you have imagined. Because this time with resourcefulness, it looks like you are equipped. You will be assisted. It is going to go in a much easier way than what you imagine, my dear pile number 1. You'll be removing this obstacle from your life in a matter of days. It's going to be over, and you're going to really celebrate and be proud of yourself for making that drastic change in a little time. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading as your advice on your current situation. I wish you the best of luck on whatever you are doing or working on, and I know it's going to go amazing for you. This was your reading, my dear pile number 1, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 1. This book could really help you out in the next year, help you to set goals and achieve them, all in an easy way, all while enjoying the process to actually watch your goals being achieved. If you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. Also, speaking of the new year, I've just launched the Productivity Cookbook. It's an amazing book, in my opinion. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I love and believe in, and we have created 210 recipes of healthy, delicious meals. And the point is that you can cook them in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do the things that are important to you. There is a vegan version. Also, if you're not vegan, you can get both books. You'll have a plethora of things to cook from for the rest of the year, helping you set your foot into the right place at the beginning of the year. The recipes are not duplicated, by the way, in any way, so you can enjoy these 2 books. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in. It was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the 18th ancient Egyptian Decan, which Tipia Semid, with Tree of Life and Wisdom. Cannot wait to get straight into your reading and see what your advice is. I see so many things in your main card. But first, let's take a look at your oracle cards. So you have rest and sorry, let me adjust that. Can you see it? Yes. So you have rest. Interesting. Right off the bat, my dear pile number 2, you have a lot of greens in your reading. You also have mature man. Okay. Goes a lot with the idea of wisdom that we see here. And you have Saturn in Libra with devotion. All right, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So these 2 cards are the before tarot. They depict scenes in this deck that are moments before the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. So you have the moon cards with a lot of yods. All right, you have interesting. You have the 4 of Wands. Okay, you're about to celebrate something interesting, and I'm seeing that clearly because in this ancient Egyptian week, this 18th Decan week, the ancient Egyptian week is, by the way, 10 days. So towards these 10 days, there was the festival, the midwinter festival called Amun. So there's a highlight on a certain celebration here going on. Okay. You have the 7 of Swords. You have the 9 of Wands. You have the 6 of Cups. Interesting, 6 of Cups. We see a figure showing that person in the mirror. Okay, interesting. You have the Sun card. Okay. You also have the Emperor. And you have the Temperance card. Devotion. Also, bees. Shows me you were very devoted to something. You were very devoted to something and you're about to celebrate the fruits of your labor. But with the Moon card, looks like you've caught some danger, especially with the 7 of Swords. You're catching some sort of danger. Yeah, it's like you're shedding light on some sort of danger. I'm seeing that there are 2 ways to achieving what you want. 2 ways of achieving what you want. And with the Tree of Life here, we'll get to it in a second, it's going to depend what way you're going to choose to do, in what way you're going to choose to do something to get what you want. The 7 of Swords appearing here in conjunction with the 9 of Wands, I feel like the 2 ways are drastically different. One way, with the 9 of Wands, you have to put in effort, real effort, to get it and stand there and protect what you want until you get it. And another way with the 7 of Swords is cheating, taking the short way to getting what you want But if you do that, you may lose a lot of things and get yourself into some sort of danger. What could this be talking about? Either way, you are going to be achieving what you want. But the type of result may vary in that case. Let me give you an example to what I'm talking about. Like, for example, dieting or reaching a particular weight. Let's say that you had a goal in terms of weight. There is the easy way, well, it's not easy, it's horrible, but it's faster, of starving maybe oneself to death until you reach a certain goal. But then there's the longer way, but much healthier way of focusing on your health rather than the weight itself, and to make better options in terms of food and to exercise regularly. It might be a bit slower, for example, but then you reach your a goal in terms of your weight and how you want to look like, right? So I'm seeing the idea of two ways to do something, or maybe maybe you're studying for something with your work and it's easier to just pick some information to help yourself out with that specific task, and maybe that task will finish very quickly, but not studying the whole thing may not give you the expertise needed to become the experienced person that you want to be, to later do much more important things. There is some sort of shortcut that is a little bit dangerous that I see in your reading. And I really see that your guides or the universe is advising you not to take the easy way out with the rest here and to do the right thing. Because although taking a shortcut may get you to your goal initially faster, in the long run, it's not going to give you exactly what you want. I do see that your goal is definitely going to be achieved. Why do I say that? Because this is the 18th ancient Egyptian Deccan named Tepia Semed. And Tepia means preceding Semed. Semed is one of the most fortunate ancient Egyptian weeks. So there's a lot of fortune coming up. And Tepia means preceding, the predecessor of Semed. So during this week, like I said, towards the end of the week, there is the festival of Amun. This festival is very significant, by the way. I talked about it, forgot to tell you the point. But now I will tell you why I'm mentioning this. So, devotees of Amun during that festival gather together, and they gather branches of the sacred tree Isid. Isid is imported from Ethiopia, or used to be imported from Ethiopia during ancient Egypt to Egypt because it wasn't planted there. Now it's pretty extinct in Egypt, but it was very revered. It was a symbol of Amun Ra, and it's always drawn with baboons. Is it called baboons? Yeah, baboons. And these baboons, they're living avatars of Thoth. I think they're called baboons, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Thoth is, of course, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom and knowledge and writing. And that's why you see the tree of life and wisdom being depicted here. Tepia Semed is, by the way, has power over trees. And so, with the tree of life and wisdom, I'm really seeing a great emphasis on choosing the wise, with mature men as well, the wise way to do something rather than and working hard towards it rather than celebrating it early. Because here in the before tarot, we see the Four of Wands, we see the scene right before the Four of Wands. So early celebration is the idea I'm getting from this card. Early celebration that may lead to some sort of danger. And I see you're really not being warned, but kind of being given the advice of being careful. Because with the Six of Cups here, it's something that you greatly care about with the Six of Cups. This is something that is very important to you. And if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, it may really disappoint you a lot. And so here with the Mirror, I kind of see the idea of what matters to you most. Speaking to your soul, what matters to you the most? Is it the fact that you want the end goal right away? Or is it you getting more than that and achieving exactly what you want? And by asking yourself this question, I think here we can see that it will significantly change the way you were maybe about to do something, and to instead choose to protect that dream, protect who you want to become, protect what it is that you want, knowing with Tipia Simid that celebration and fortune is coming up for you, and it needs a little bit of devotion. The Sun card, of course, shows achievement, shows that whatever you want is about to come into your life. But we see bees again, showing the idea of hard work. The Emperor, showing the idea of stability, choosing to do the right thing, putting a system to make sure that it actually works in the direction that you want, without the worries and the dangers that can come up with taking a road that may be quicker, may be a shortcut, may be an early celebration, but not really giving you the exact results that you want. Also, I see a little warning here, especially in this Temperance card. We're seeing Alice in Wonderland making a choice, or finding the tools, finding the mushroom that can help her either grow bigger or go smaller, and being in control of the situation, and not letting the situation being in control of her. But more specifically for you, I see the idea that the two paths can really make a huge difference to your growth. Taking one path can really make you grow into the person that you want to be, and for things to work out and grow in the way that you wanted. Or it can go smaller, or perhaps go several steps even behind, which is probably what the danger here is talking about. So not only losing what you've done, but maybe even going several steps behind, which is definitely something that you don't want. And so I see an advice of choosing what is right for you, choosing to put in the effort and be devoted, because it may not be the easy way to do something. The easy way is always the shortcut, the way that has less effort. But being wise will, in the long run, be the most beneficial part, be the most beneficial thing to you. Because at the end of the day, it will give you exactly what you want, rather than just a taste of it. That's why you have all these apples falling. Just a taste of something, and not the whole thing. My dear pile number 2. You have the green Aventurine in your reading, and we've noticed there's a lot of green, showing that there's a lot of good luck and abundance coming up in your life. There's so much that your life is going to give you in the near future. This is Tipia Simid. A week, an ancient Egyptian week is 10 days, by the way. A week, figuratively speaking, before you get what you want. So it's not going to take as much time as you think you will. But it's really about being patient to do it in the right way and not in the way that may be beneficial in the short run. You know, instant gratification, picking long-term gratification rather than instant gratification is exactly what I see in your reading. And I really see a strong suggestion that you're going to be very fortunate and lucky to get and keep what you want exactly, my dear pile number 2. And this is exactly what I see in your reading with regards to advice on your current situation. And if you've enjoyed it, my dear pile number 2, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. My dear pile number 2, this book could really help you out in the new year to set goals and achieve them. Not just look at them, but actually achieve them, all while enjoying the process. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. Wouldn't that be amazing? If you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And speaking of the new year, I've also launched the Productivity Cookbook. This ebook is amazing. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I love and believe in to bring out 210 recipes of healthy and delicious meals to cook in a matter of minutes. So giving you the rest of the day doing whatever is important for you. There's also a vegan version. They're completely different, by the way. If you you could get both books if you're not vegan and enjoy a plethora of delicious and easy and quick meals to cook for yourself the rest of the year very easily and be healthy and enjoy your meals all at the same time. My dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a real pleasure doing this reading for you. I wish you the best of luck with your goals, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the yellow Aventurine as well as Ibis, the 9th ancient Egyptian decan. Let's see how this fits into your reading. Let's keep it right there. And we'll first take a look at your oracle cards first to see what your advice is on your current situation. So you have surrender. There we go. Interesting. Okay. You have distant horizons. Okay. You also have moon in Libra with companionship. Okay, I see people celebrating here, which celebrating. I think you're going to be celebrating maybe the arrival of something, because towards the end of this 9th ancient Egyptian week, this Decan Ibis, there's this celebration of Horus coming. All the gods are celebrating and being happy over the arrival of Horus. So you might be towards, I don't know why I thought towards the end of the week, maybe because I just said that here in the in this ancient Egyptian week, which is 10 days, by the way. Perhaps this is why I thought of a week, but you're very soon about to celebrate the arrival of something that seemed very distant from you to happen, that seemed very far off. All right, let's see what the advice is. So these two are the before tarot cards. They depict events right before the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. So we have the 9 of Swords, okay, and you have the 3 of Cups, and they're still juicing the grapes into the cups. you have the Four of Swords. I feel you're really suffering from something, my dear pile number 3. Something is not easy for you. Something is really stressing you out, making you feel very uneasy. Oh my God, we see metal rusting here. This is actually very significant because with Ibjes, it is the only decan that is related to iron. And ancient Egyptians, they used to associate minerals with each decan. So this is the only decan that had that was associated with iron. And that is because ancient Egyptians thought of iron as impure. They continued to use not brass. What is it called? Bronze. They used bronze and not iron for this reason. There, in very rare cases did they use iron because they thought it was impure. What was I saying? I went from this to that. Let me gather here. Yes. I'm noticing iron. So something feels wrong or impure, incomplete, or maybe toxic. Something feels toxic. Yes. Or incomplete, impure in a certain situation that you're facing. Impure could be not right. Something feels like maybe there's guilt or anxiety over something that may not go right. Yes. All right. So you have the 8 of Swords, feeling really stuck about this situation. You have the 6 of Swords, almost like a coffin here. Something is very, very not right. You're very scared of something. You're afraid that you might get something wrong, do something wrong, or have something wrong happen to you. But in fact, you are going to be, what's the word? Jubilated? Or jubilating. You know, celebrating in triumph, actually. Maybe in a week's time, because we see 7 here. Maybe in a week's time, or perhaps even 9 days, you'll realize that it didn't go down the way that you thought was gonna go down. You're very scared and worried about something, and your card is asking you to surrender. Just let your worries go to the universe. It's not going to go down the way that you think is gonna go. In fact, I think if you lost something or you're afraid of losing something, you're recovering the losses, because Ibjes means recovered senses. In fact, with the hieroglyphics meaning, Ip means to gather, to account. So you're recovering, you're getting something back. You're getting something back that you thought was lost, was rusting, or something. Something was being spoiled. You're very worried about something being spoiled. But in a week's time, maybe 9, 10 days, you're going to be celebrating it rather than it going down the way that you think is going to go. You're not going to lose anything, my dear pile number 3. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. And for this specific reason, I see your advice is to surrender. Let it go. Maybe there isn't much to do in your hands at this point, perhaps, or maybe there is some things to do. Do what is needed to get done. Do your part and just surrender to the universe, my dear pile number 3. Things are not going to go down in the way that you think. In fact, this 9th ancient Egyptian week has a lot of feasts in it. First, at the very beginning, to start off the week, there is the feast day of Ma'at, which is truth. and then followed by the feast of Isis and Thoth going forward. And then, like I said, the gods are jubilating or being very happy over the coming of Horus. And in fact, during the last week, Horus and Set are no longer fighting. They stop fighting, and they receive the white and red crowns of Egypt that is bestowed upon them. So there's big things coming. And if you thought things were going to go down maybe in a fight, or go down in a war, or maybe go down in a way that is very, very bad, I think this is your mind that could be playing tricks on you. With the rusting iron, it's like there are a lot of impurities in the mind. The mind playing tricks, and that's what the Nine of Swords is about. The mind convincing you of things, taking you down a path that is completely unnecessary, that you don't have to live. Because as you see with the Eight of Swords here, you might think this is your situation, but in reality, this is absolutely not your situation. Six of Swords, things are going to go well for you day by day. It's going to go great. Don't feel like you're losing anything. You're not going to lose anything, my dear pile number 3. You have the Eight of Swords again. Really, you feel really stuck. I'm so sorry about that, my dear pal number 3. Very sorry about how you're feeling. But trust here that everything is going to go great for you, my dear pal number 3. You're going to see. And the only thing to do now is to just surrender. Take your worries off your chest. Give it to the universe. Forget about it. It is going to go down great. You have the High Priestess. I see, like, you see Alice in Wonderland going through the walking glass. I see you're going to feel like it's a different world than the world you currently have on your mind. You think it's going to go down one way, but when you enter and really experience it, you're going to see that you're actually experiencing it in a much different way, surprisingly, than what you thought was going to happen to you. And you have the Four of Wands ending your reading, really showing that you will be celebrating. Three of Cups, Four of Wands, both are cards of celebration, which we saw here. You will be celebrating. There's a lot of feasts in this ancient Egyptian week. You will be celebrating the incoming of something great that you're not expecting, and things are not gonna go down the way that you think. So 2 things here. Welcoming something you're not expecting at all, that is amazing, and things not going in the way that you think. The worries I see are going to get smaller and smaller as the days go by, and you will see that things are not going to go down in the way you think they're going to go, and you will be celebrating great results to the situation you are currently very worried about, my dear pile number 3. You know, I see Alice here holding a chess piece, the horse. And the amazing thing about the horse is that it also moves forward, but then it gets to take a steep right or a steep left. So there's a drastic, again, the idea that there is a drastic change to your situation. And if this can help you, I'm seeing something that I suddenly noticed in your reading as I was talking to you. This looks like a pendulum. Also, these look like a pendulum. So whenever you want answers, if you're worried and want a little bit of help that everything will be okay, pick up on the energy of the universe. Pick up on the energy of finding out for yourself how things are going to go. So pick up your pendulum and decide which way is yes, which way is no, clockwise and anti-clockwise, and ask it, is everything going to be okay? And get your own message from the universe to know, to see for yourself that everything is going to be okay in the next couple of days, knowing there isn't much for you to do that's in your hand at the moment, that your situation is going to be shifting drastically. It may be hard to believe at the moment, but really it will, my dear pile number 3. And surrender, let it go. The pendulum could be a symbol to many things. You're getting maybe messages from numbers that you're seeing, angel numbers, also seeing signs from the universe as you're walking in your regular day, getting signs from your pendulum. There it's just here. I'm getting the idea that you're to look out for the signs, whether it's an actual pendulum or not, to look out for the signs. The signs are there to show you that everything is going to be okay, my dear pile number 3. In fact, I'm already seeing a lot of synchronicities in your reading. 6 and 3 is a 9. This is the 9th ancient Egyptian decan. We can see a lot of other synchronicities like the 8 of Swords coming twice. I'm seeing that there's a lot of synchronicity going on. You may have been seeing a lot of synchronicities showing you that everything is going to be okay, my dear pile number 3. In fact, you were drawn to the yellow Aventurine, and the yellow Aventurine is associated with the solar plexus, showing that you're going to have a lot of power, that everything is going to be positive. It's going to go great for you. Yeah, you're shining a lot of positivity. I see a lot of yellow in the sacral, in the solar plexus, showing that you will have the power very soon to get up, face life, and to enjoy with power the things that you want. Yeah, and that's why, see, oh my God, even these look like pendulums, right? I know, they really look like pendulums. Oh, sorry, there. Don't they? Speaking of pendulums, in all cases, I don't see that there is much in your hands. It's kind of like a waiting game or something for you to just wait and see if things are going to be okay. Yeah, I don't see much. It's more based on chance and luck rather than things that you can do. If there's something that you can do, of course, go ahead and do it. But I see that it's a matter of seeing for yourself that there is a cure to the situation with the medicine here. And it is going to take a steep turn into the right direction for you in a matter of days, my dear pile number 3. And this is exactly what I see in your reading in terms of your advice on your current situation. I wish you the best of luck. Know that you'll be celebrating so much very soon. And this was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 3. This book could really help you set goals for the next year and achieve them. Watch yourself achieve these dreams, all of them, all while enjoying the process of being productive. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And by the way, speaking of the new year and setting new goals for yourself, I've also launched the new productivity e-cookbook. This book could really help you out. Spend your day doing what is important for you, because it has 210 recipes of healthy and delicious meals that allows you to cook them in a matter of minutes, and with a plethora of recipes to choose from that are delicious. And there's also a vegan version. Also, if you're not vegan, you can get both. There are no duplications, but this book can really help you out. Cook healthy meals very quickly and spend the rest of the day to do what is important to you. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I love and believe in to bring this project to you. I hope you guys enjoy it. And for the ones that did, thank you so much for your kind feedback. It is in my intention always to help you from my heart. So happy you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck in what's coming for you, my dear pile number 3. May you be celebrating very soon, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Lapis Lazuli, as well as the 13th Ancient Egyptian Decan, Chemis and Kentit. And this is what your card looks like. Let's keep it right there and see what your advice is on your current situation. Let's see how this fits into your reading today and what is going on exactly. We'll be taking a look at your oracle cards first. So you have, movement. Okay. It's interesting. We have restraint and movement. Okay. You have unexpected income. Wow, love that for you. Okay. You also have Saturn in Taurus with ostentation. Isn't it interesting that ostentation comes in conjunction with unexpected income? This could mean after a time of restraint, movement happens. Interesting. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Your reading seems so interesting, pile number 4. As always. These 2 cards are from the Before Tarot. So right now we're about to see scenes that depicts a few moments before the regular Rider-Waite-Smith scenes. So you have the Justice card. We see the sword on the floor and the dove about to take off. Interesting. So maybe things are about to come into balance for you. You have the 5 of Swords dealing with one person at a time. Okay. Right. You also have the Ace of Wands. Love that. There's certainly a new beginning here. Something new is happening. New energy. New movement, a creation of energy, a revival. Yeah, after a time of restraint. You have the 6 of Cups. Okay. You have the Page of Cups. The 3 of Cups. Wow, love that for you. And you have the Ace of Cups, 2 aces already, and they're right in conjunction with each other. So a terrible cycle is about to end for you, and you're about to experience movement in your life. And you beginning where you are in control, because Alice found a potion here to help her get bigger to deal with the situation. You have the 6 of Pentacles. I'm seeing this reading as very positive, considering the fact that this is a reading about advice on your current situation. The only negative one, I don't want to say negative, but the only difficult card is the main card with the restraint. And even that shows the end of a conflict. Here, Chemis and Ketet is the ancient Egyptian deacon that brings an end to a battle by restraining the participants of the battle. So this honestly gives me the understanding that you were restrained from doing something. You were held back from getting what you want, because at that time it could have created some sort of battle or a conflict or some trouble in your life. Although you really wanted things to move, maybe you wanted finances, as we're seeing, come in, I think so. You wanted to grow with the potion here of the Ace of Cups, but you were prevented from that type of growth because you were being protected with something. Because had you gotten these blessings early during the past weeks or months or years that you wanted this blessing, something else wasn't going to grow. Something else was not going to happen in your life. Some conflict would have happened, and it may have even, you may have even lost it or something. All in all, I'm not sure exactly what could have happened, but it could have restrained you one way or the other in terms of your growth and achieving what you want. And so this blessing, especially I think in terms of finances or something that you wanted to achieve or some movement forward, it wasn't happening because it's very clear here, as we can see with Chemis and Kentit, that it was restraining you from getting into a battle, or metaphorically speaking, showing from getting into trouble, one way or the other. In fact, you see, Chemis and Ketit means red one of Kentit. Kentit is a group of ancient Egyptian decans. This is one of them. It means red one of Kentit. And red in ancient Egypt meant harsh desert and hostility. Also means protection. Red is also for protection. So we can see that you were being protected from something very harsh that could have happened if you had gotten your blessing earlier than now. It looks like things are about to move for you right now. The Justice card is about to pick up their sword. Things are about to get into alignment. You're about to celebrate something beautiful in your life. You have a lot of aces and pages. There's a new chapter, a new beginning in your life, where with the Six of Cups, you're finally smelling or enjoying something that your heart was really yearning for, something that you really wanted for maybe even years. You are about to live that. And so it looks to me like for a lot of you that this has to do with generosity and wealth, because this is what the Six of Pentacles is about, generosity. One of its meanings is generosity. And so I see for a lot of you that it could be because of all the pentacles, the ostentation, the unexpected income, that that wealth is going to show on you. People are going to see you and they will see wealth, will see you as wealthy. That's what I clearly see in your reading. Whether this is, I don't want to say whether this is something you wanted or not, because it looks like you did want that, but you were restrained from moving forward. Or maybe you wanted the success, and because of success, wealth is coming. Either way, this is exactly what I'm seeing in your reading. You're about to enter into a phase of your life, a new beginning, where you feel more in control of your life. You feel like you have the power to begin or do whatever it is that is important to you. A very powerful time of your life. Now, I know this is advice on your current situation, but really, I'm seeing it as more of a talk about your situation. I'm not, to be honest with you, it looks like you're beginning a new phase, and your talk in your reading is not really about an advice, but rather about making you understand what happened in the past and what you're about to enter into. You will have the key, my dear pile number 4, to do, it seems like this is very important, to do what you want. I'm not seeing the advice so far. I could be wrong. As we do the reading, I might pick it up. But so far, I'm very sure of what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm seeing as the explanation of, it's very clear of what happened in your past and what is about to begin and happen in your life. Let me take a closer look at your advice here, if I see any other than this explanation that I see. Actually, the advice is right in front of our eyes. This figure in the Ace of Wands is in between two worlds. That's why you have movement. And it shows that you are about to depart an old difficult situation. With the Five of Swords traditionally means defeat. And you are about to get into safer grounds. More towards what you want. More towards what your heart was yearning for. And I really think in this pile, your heart was yearning for finances, not because you want to show it off, although we have ostentation here. You might actually want to enjoy life. So what? With the Three of Cups, you want nothing wrong with that. You wanted more finances to enjoy life, to live it in the fullest and to have the power to do what you want. Yes, I see. But, although the Five of Swords is traditionally a card of defeat, it also historically meant attack on your finances. This is uncanny. This definitely has to do with finances. So there was some sort of restraint or some sort of attack. Attack on finances could mean maybe loans, or it was a difficult situation. You weren't able to do with your money what you wanted to do. And I see you're moving away from that. You're now between worlds. You're stepping away from this world and you're about, my dear pile number 4, what are you doing? Something is about to move for you. And you're about to experience the dream. You know how when they say the American dream has to do with living a nice financial life with a nice house and a nice family and everything. I see you're moving towards that dream now. And with the Page of Cups, you're about to begin this new chapter of your life with a lot of money coming in. You're no longer going to be restrained, and you will have, like I said here, a control over what you want to do, what's important for you. Do you want to begin a project? Do that. Do you want to start a charity? Do that. You're no longer restrained by finances to move ahead and do what you want. And so the advice here, since you're in that phase of moving between the two worlds and movement is about to happen for you, I see actually the advice is to keep the balance. Keep it together. You might be worried about things to pay off. Don't spend it all knowing that you're entering into a beautiful life. Keep it together for now because you're about to see nice money coming in. You're about to see good money coming into your life. And so your advice is to be careful with that in-between stage where you're getting money, but you're still not totally safe yet. So don't spend this money on what you want yet with the ostentation. Don't celebrate too early. Celebrate in the heart. Enjoy what's coming. Enjoy little things with it that you can. Enjoy the fact that you're maybe paying off the difficult situation, the attack on your finances here. Make sure you are balanced during this in-between world until you're safe to the other side. So looks like this is a time where it's going to take just a little bit of time to move into the next phase. Maybe you have some loans that it's more important to pay off. Maybe you're getting finances, but you still need to be careful because you still don't know how it's going to go. Although it looks like it's going to move pretty quickly and wonderful for you, you're being advised to tread with care. Don't spend it all in the beginning. You might need all of this money to pay something to get off this from this bottleneck. You may need it to register something. You may need it for something. It's not safe, is the advice, to spend this amazing money that's coming in for you very soon in your life. take it, enjoy the fact that you're now moving into a new world, pay things off, make your financial situation better, keep yourself safe, and then start, rightfully so, enjoying the wealth and the blessings that are coming into your life, to do whatever it is that is important for you, my dear pile number 4. That is exactly the advice that I see in your for your current situation. Such good news to see, such positive cards, my dear pile number 4. Wishing you the best of luck. Look forward to an influx of wealth coming into your life. Be careful, but enjoy it to the fullest, my dear pile number 4. This was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 4. This book could really help you set goals for the next year and enjoy achieving all of them, enjoying the fruits of your labor. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 4, speaking of the new year, I have launched the Productivity Cookbook. It's an amazing cookbook, in my opinion. Did it from the heart. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I love and believe in to help bring you a book that can help you cook healthy and delicious meals that could be prepared in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do whatever is important to you. There are 210 recipes in each version. There's a vegan version, by the way. And if you're not vegan, you may even enjoy both books together, giving you a plethora of delicious meals to pick from for the rest of your year. And my dear pile number 4, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. Wishing you the best of luck. So happy to have had the opportunity to give this amazing news to you. Wishing you the best of luck. And my dear pile number 4, that was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next reading.